I'm Dan Ackerman, and we're here taking a look at Apple's big music recording program. That is Logic Pro 10.1. Logic Pro 10 last year was the kind of big step forward that really remade and changed this program a lot. It's basically the main competitor to something like Pro Tools that a lot of professional musicians and producers use. With Logic Pro 10, they're trying to bring in more of the garage band crowd that used Apple's more consumer level music production software and kind of ease them into using this much more powerful, much more professional suite. You can do a lot with it, from recording real-life audio to doing a lot of MIDI recording, and of course tons of editing and effects. And the thing I like most about it is something that they added last year and they continue with now, which is the ability to use your iPad as a remote control surface. Ties right into this. There's some interesting stuff, especially if you're interested in electronic music. They've taken the Drummer app, which is built right into this, which is one of the most useful things really in it, and they've added a whole bunch of new electronic drummers. So if I go down here, I can see all these little personalities, and each one of them has their own set of different beats and styles and fills and sort of a mentality about drumming, and you can pick any one of them and it'll start playing a beat. And then you can actually control that in real time by moving this little slider from simple to complex, from loud to soft. And if you don't want to use an electronic drummer, you can use a traditional rock drummer. The interesting thing here is if I go to, let's say, a rock drummer, and I open him up as a character, I see his drum kit up here. And if I click on the drum kit, obviously I can play all the sounds on the drum kit. One of the new things is if I go to one of the electronic drummers, it's not a drum kit at all anymore, it's a drum machine, and I can do the same thing here. And it really behaves like a drum machine. There's a new compressor that really closely mimics a lot of classic hardware compressors that people would normally use in their signal chain, and a lot of the plugins have kind of this vintage real-life equipment look. And there's Smart Quantize, which now takes the notes that you play in a MIDI region, and you can, to quantize the note would be to kind of lock it into the time signature of the song. This takes a lot more into account and retains more of the human feel rather than giving that robotic feel, which is what happens when you quantize notes a lot of the time. And I can put my faders up on here, or I can put my faders here on the remote control pad. And the great thing about that is you can get your mixing board up here and grab more than one fader at once in real time just with your fingers. Pull them all down, or pull them up like that, and you can actually, if you don't have an actual keyboard sitting here, you can just play directly in the app. Like Logic Pro 10, 10.1 it's a $200 app purchase, and with that you also get access to the remote app that you can use on your iPad. If you have last year's version Pro 10, this is a free upgrade. I'm Dan Ackerman, and that is Apple's Logic Pro 10.1.